5 things that a narcissist does that an empath can actually learn from. I know you're probably thinking, what in the world could I possibly learn from a narcissist? Thanks, Leah. How to be a jerk? Thanks a lot. These are reminders because maybe you already know this stuff inherently. But we have to remind one another, especially if you've been in cognitive dissonance, where you're in that brain fog and you can't see through. I care so much because so many people are affected by this. So many artists, so many people. As an acting teacher for the past 10 years would be in my studio and amazing talents would be taken out because of their narcissistic mom or dad or girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife. And I saw it time and time again. And because it has happened in my own life, I'm like, fine, I'm going to talk about it. So today we are discussing 5 habits of the narcissist that an empath could actually learn and benefit from. Because if you're not going to learn from these experiences, why bother? You're just going to be taken out then. You're just going to be destroyed and demolished by a narcissist. And I have news for you. More and more of the world is turning narcissistic because a lot of narcissists succeed, right? A lot of them succeed at not only bashing you down, but at wealth and controlling things and controlling the narrative. And, you know, it's almost like this big brother philosophy as the narcissist trying to control everybody. So this is really, really important. And I know a lot of people over the holidays feel obligated. They can't go no contact. Maybe you're co-parenting with a narcissist, or maybe you have a narcissist mom or dad. And honestly, sometimes it's easier just to try to keep it copacetic. But what happens is then the empath a lot of times loses themselves, is exhausted, can't get the courage and strength to do the things that you want to do. So we're not going to let any of that happen, right? We're coming out of the brain fog. 5 things that a narcissist does that an empath can actually learn from. Number 1 is the swift discard. Now, don't take on the villainous traits of the narcissist, right? Like about the discard, like discarding really kind, loving people who have nothing but good intentions, and you're just flippantly getting rid of people. That's what a narcissist does. What I mean is that you can take on this discard by discarding that behavior. By discarding that behavior of the narcissist. See, this is also where people can get stuck in the trauma bond if it's your mom or your dad, because you're wishing that it was a different way, or you're wishing that they didn't treat you that way. So you stay stuck in it because they just are. So if you can't go no contact, which I recommend if you can, especially if it's highly abusive, but if you absolutely can't, discard that behavior, meaning give it no attention whatsoever. Discard their behavior when they're ridiculing you, when they're insulting you, when they're telling you you can't do something or can't achieve something. Just completely discard that behavior. Don't take it on at all. Also, you could do the full discard. This is what narcissists are so great at. But they're very vindictive about it. You're doing it for your health, right? So if you have to discard, to do it swiftly and to say, no, I'm going no contact. I don't need to be a participant in you abusing me anymore. And you can do that. You can, if you have a sense in you that feels like you can and that's the right thing to do. People don't come to that conclusion just overnight. If you feel like that is the safest, healthiest thing for you to do, Get therapy, get a team around you that can support you so that you can do it, especially if it's a highly abusive situation, so that you make sure that you're safe, but you can get out of that situation. You know, sometimes people stay stuck in it because they don't have any money and they feel like they have to succumb themselves to it. Get a team around you. There is free support. There is ways. If there's a will, there's a way. I promise you. Or the opposite. Sometimes, you know, say it doesn't matter gender, right? But it's like sometimes I've heard this from a lot of men where the woman is a female covert narcissist and she's like taking you for all your money. Maybe you're married to her, and so you feel like, I can't go no contact. She's gonna take me for everything. So it's easier for me to just stay. If there's a will, there's a way. There is a way to get out of anything. Your safety, health, and well-being is more important than anything, which brings me to point number 2. Value your time. See, a narcissist, this is so weird, but they value their own time. They're like, I'm not gonna waste time on anything or anyone that doesn't serve me. Now again, they use it in a very vindictive way, but you can take that philosophy and go, I'm gonna value my time. See, they don't value your time at all. So you need to take your power back if you've been in a narcissistic relationship, because you've been giving all your time to them. I've known students who take care of their parents and they're like, Leah, you don't understand. I have to take care of my elderly narcissistic mom and dad now, and it's taking up all my time. Remember, it's still a choice. You have power and choice over your life. You don't have to do that. You don't. So to remember that you have value. See, that's another thing that a narcissist does. They value themselves at the expense of everybody else. But you could take on that value. Value yourself in a healthy way. Value your time. And no, you don't have to do anything out of obligation. If you want to help your elderly parents, then you do that. And you set up the boundaries, and you set up the parameters, and you set up the guidelines, and discard any behavior that isn't serving you, that doesn't help you, right? Now that takes a lot of conscientious power and strength, because it can be exhausting, because you're gonna have to gray rock them. You're gonna have to gray rock. And pretty soon it is feasible over time. There's some people that say absolutely not. You have to stop it. You just have to go no contact no matter what. And again, if it's at all possible, yes, do that. But if you have young kids and you're co-parenting until they're 18, you have to have some kind of contact. You're gonna have to get really good at gray rock without shutting your own entire being down, right? So these are ways to remember that you can be around this person without destroying your life. Not in an intimate way, but in a way that is healthy, that you can conduct a healthy life. Otherwise, just go no contact. Discard the behavior. You can say, I love this person, I hate the behavior. Discard the behavior, okay? It's not your fault that they're terrible to you. You don't have to take that on and try to fix it. Number 3 thing that a narcissist, the third thing that a narcissist does that an empath can learn from, is the ability to stay in your own frame. Narcissists are great at this. I knew a narcissist once who would say that to me. He's like, I have no problem staying in my own frame because I don't have empathy. It's a fact. Like, they don't really feel. They can have cognitive empathy where they know socially, the social cue, where to say, oh, that stinks, or I'm sorry that happened, or, they know, again, the facade to play, they know the character to play and what's being called of them in that moment, but they don't feel it. Now, as an empath, sometimes you can feel too much. You feel too much for the narcissist. You're like, they don't mean to be that way. They don't mean to be terrible to me. It's my mom, it's my dad. They're gaslighting me and telling me it's just this way, or it's all in my head, or it's my fault, and so I should try. No, just Stop all that. See, that's how they keep you in that brain fog. So if you're going to be around them, it's going to take so much effort to remember not to take on that energy, not to take on that energy of the narcissist, where now you're not in your own frame. You're like, well, what do they think and what do they want? And a lot of it is out of safety, right? But now you're in full blast fight or flight. So say you're at Thanksgiving and everything is being picked apart. They're at your house and they hate everything, or the timing is off, or they wish it was earlier, or why do you have this kind of napkin, or whatever. And it's starting to irritate you because you planned and were trying to make a really nice Thanksgiving, and they're totally ungrateful and rude and picking you apart, or whatever the case may be. Remember, discard that behavior. You can separate yourself from them by sending them love and saying that's their own deal, and stay in your own frame. Meaning, I know what my intention was. I know what I'm doing here. And they don't get to infiltrate that. Stay in your own frame. There's meditation techniques with a candle where you can just meditate on the candle and see the candle and the flame separate from you. It's an energy, right? Just like a narcissist, it's separate from you. It's an energy that needs to stay over there. You don't need that. You don't need that kind of fire, okay? That can draw you in because it can be exciting and enticing. That's like the fire of the narcissist, right? But keep it over there. Okay, number 4. The fourth thing that a narcissist does very well that an empath could learn from is absolutely planning on the best. So a lot of times they're future faking, right? But you could take that as a positive thing, because when you have something to look forward to, you're going to operate at your best. So I always love to have something to look forward to, right? A lot of times people, once they're coming home from a vacation and they feel that kind of melancholy, they start planning for the next vacation, even if it's 6 months out or a year out. Plan for something to look forward to. It will help you. So you don't have to future fake yourself, but really, if you go into your imagination, it's the same feeling anyway. So go into that a lot. That's something that they're very good at, and it's a way that gets you attached to them. So instead, allow it to be a way for you to get attached to your life and what you desire, right? If it's that vacation or that loving relationship or the growth in your business or whatever it is, your connection with your kids, to start creating that right now, but also envisioning whatever it is that you're looking forward to. And then number 5, this is kind of a funny one, but this is so true. A narcissist is always thinking this or something better. That's why it's so easy for them to discard you, right? Whether it's family or a personal relationship or a spouse, it's easy for them to dismiss you and discard you because they're like, it's this or something better. Either I'm going to get what I want or better. They're always trying to up level. Now, from a narcissist, that's from an empty place, and it's really sad. It's because they were neglected as a kid or whatever it is, so they're never going to feel safe. And even if you are the end all be all and you're amazing, you're never going to be good enough for them. Because see, they always want to be replaced because it's an endless pit, right? But where you can take on a good part of that belief is letting go of attachment and just going, it's this or something better. If you're in this wonderful relationship and you're scared, like, what if it ends or whatever? This or something better for me and this person. No, I don't want that to happen. I don't wish for it to, but there's a freedom in that. This or something better in your business. This or something better with whatever it is. I'm gonna be in this moment, and I'm not gonna get attached to it as if it's my life, because it's this or something better. So if something doesn't work out, this is why often empaths get stuck to the narcissist, because they don't think this or something better. They think this is as good as it gets, because the narcissist has trained you like, it's not that bad, and like, come on, and they gaslight you, right? This is fine, this is good as it gets. For you to want something better is ridiculous, whatever your wishful thinking, or the new word is like hypergamy or whatever, right? If you don't like abuse, then it's hypergamy. So that's not the case. But when you're manifesting, you're creating a life you love, just remember it's this or something better, so that you stay open to possibility and you don't get attached. I hope that these help you to navigate through the holidays and any time, because that's when you can get taken out. I've known people who've given up on careers, who've given up on family, who've given up on so many big dreams because of a narcissist. Don't let it be a regret on your deathbed that you turned your life over to somebody who really did not ever have your best intentions in mind or heart at all. Often people on their deathbeds regret not being kinder to themselves and following their own heart and doing the life that they want to create rather than the expectation of other people. So don't let that happen to you. Allow these things to be learning tools, and you can take the good from the bad, right? And if you're concerned that you or somebody else might be dating a narcissist, you can watch this series that I created on that. If you want to learn how to manifest your life and take it to the next level as an artist, because we're all artists, whether you're an actor, painter, singer, dancer, or you're creating a business, or you're creating relationships, we're all creating something. You can watch what might be holding you back, anything that might help you to uncover your own gifts and talents, because you matter. You do. So don't give up. And I'll see you very soon. I don't know when, but hopefully sooner than later in the next couple of days. Bye.